like you lost another one.
Yo, what's up, guys? Keisha Chia here, and this is going to be pretty much part one of what if Deku had Nero's Devil Trigger. Now, pretty much this was an idea from a subscriber, and I also wanted to do it because I like Devil May Cry, and I'm also a big fan of the franchise and how it grows, and hopefully Devil May Cry 6 will be goddamn beautiful. Now, let's get into the video. Now, how this gonna happen? How Deku have Nero's Devil Trigger, or pretty much how he will have pretty much the power and stuff. Now, how this is gonna happen is we're going to have to link the Devil May Cry series, or could I say the Devil May Cry universe and the My Hero Academia universe together. We're going to link it together. Okay. Now, how's this gonna start? Well, pretty much, we're gonna say Dante was pretty much or you could say we're gonna start with Sparta. Sparta is, we all know the story, right? Sparta, pretty much the badass hero who saved pretty much Earth to seal off Mundus and to keep the human world safe and stuff. But fell in love, had two children. We all know is Dante and Nero? No, not Nero. Dante and how did I forget his name? Virgil. Virgil, sorry. Dante and Virgil, right? So, later on in the line, Virgil had a child, and that's Nero. Now, we're going to kind of do a little bit of a kind of craziness here. Now, we're going to say, along the line, there was this mad scientist. And we're going to say he's a part of the My Hero Academia. Now, the mad scientist wanted to pretty much make a powerful human to protect the Earth, or you could say to pretty much be a weapon, a soldier weapon, and that will be pretty much Deku. Now he pretty much got the DNA sample from, we're gonna say, Virgil, Dante, and Nero. Now how did he pretty much get the DNA from them? Well, first of all, Dante be constantly getting stabbed and stuff, so he pretty much just was scoping around. And when he was fighting some demons, because he's a demon hunter, he pretty much sees Dante get stabbed by one of the demons, and he pretty much grabs one of his like large blood that was flinging out and takes the DNA and pretty much runs away. Now for Virgil, now that's a different story. Now Virgil was pretty much fighting it too. He got a little bit too cocky, and we're gonna say it was the fight between the whole Sparta thing, and it was from the tower. Now, how did the scientists get that DNA from Dante and Virgil? We're gonna say between that fight, he got the DNA from those two fights of that tower, and from Nero, he pretty much his little bit helpers, or you could say little bit scientist nerds, pretty much was watching Nero and took the DNA from Nero. Now, the mad scientist pretty much was holding the DNA. He says, one day we will understand and analyze to make the perfect soldier. Now, the couple years passed. Devil May Cry came. Well, we're going to say Devil May Cry 5, that universe, and the My Hero universe came, and it pretty much is over. The whole tower was destroyed. Dante and Virgil was pretty much gone. So off they blades. Well, pretty much their blades. And Nero pretty much goes around the world hunting down demons and stuff and all that stuff. Now, pretty much the scientists have perfected the whole serum, and he pretty much said, I did it. I finally did it. I created it. Now he puts them all together, and he pretty much is Korean Devil. I mean Korean Deku. But he kind of added with a twist. He put a little bit of, you could say, angel DNA to it, just to kind of even it out, so it won't, you know, because he was afraid it would, destroy. Now, Deku was being made out of tube, or you could say test tube, and pretty much you could say there was a breach happening, and Deku breaks out. Now, this is where you could say demons is coming, and they sense, a power source, and it's pretty much Deku. Now, Deku arm is pretty much Nero's arm. You could see in the picture here, and he's pretty much is getting like all these memories, and these are not his memories. These are from Dante and Virgil, and also Nero's. Now, you could say Deku is saying, "My dad is Sparta." No, is he? Or is it? Or is my father? Or is my father Virgil? Or is it Dante? Which he's trying to piece together and trying to figure out what the hell's going on because he's scared, confused, and he's pretty much a newborn, you could say, kid or teenager, to, because he's much older now. Pretty much, I'm gonna say his hair. Now, if you're thinking his hair is short, is like Nero's, no, it's very long because and it's white, and his eyes is also pretty much you could say black. Now, or white. It's white. Now, Deku is pretty much uh walking and he's pretty much falling down and stumbling. This is where the demons come in. And they're saying, "Oh, look, another human to slaughter." Now, this is where one of them pierces Deku in the chest. And Deku pretty much is saying, "Ow, that hurts." And he pretty much slashed the demon with the Yamato. And the demons are saying, "What are you?" Which they're all, running and trying to slash Deku, which Deku pretty much is dodging them and slashing them with the, you could say, yeah, the Yamato. And this is where he pulls out the rebellion and slashes the other demons in half. And he's saying, "My two blades," which he pretty much is make them disappear. But he puts the Yamato, seals it away, and he's carrying it. Now, he pretty much looking around the lab, and everybody's dead, and he pretty much sees a suit. Now, this suit is pretty much Nero's, outfit. This outfit is pretty much Nero's outfit, which the scientist was pretty much about to give to Deku. Deku pretty much puts on his underwears and his outfit and stuff, and he heads out into the world, holding Yamato and putting on his hood. Now, the government saying, "What the hell just happened to the facility?" And the scientist guy is pretty much saying, "Sir, the facility got attacked by a bunch of demons, and the lab experiment, it's pretty much gone. It's gone. It's not there." Which the government is pretty much saying, "Damn it! If word gets out of this, then this can get really bad." Which this is where Deku is pretty much walking, and he's trying to remember, and he's kind of like stumbling and stuff. This is where Inko and Deku bump into each other, and he's saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I." And she says, "It's okay. What's your name?" And he said, and he's pretty much is trying to piece together of what his name. And this is where Deku says, "Oh, you have a baby," which she says, "Yeah, my child is coming soon, and I think I'm going to name it Deku," which, as you guessed it, this Deku, well, this clone Deku, says, "Yeah, my name is Deku," which Inko says, "Oh, just like my child." And she pretty much is, saying, "Well, do you have any place to stay?" He says, "No, I don't." She says, "Well, come live with me. Well, come stay at my house, and you can stay for a couple days and nights to get yourself together. Which Deku says, thank you, I'm really grateful and stuff. Which he goes to her house and pretty much eats a meal and have a conversation with her and stuff. Now, if you're wondering if he has a gun just like Nero, yes, he does. I forgot to put it in with his weapons, but yeah, he has it. And he's gonna have variety of weapons, you could say. Now, Deku is pretty much eating, and Inko is pretty much explaining that she lives by herself and her baby's coming soon and stuff. Which Deku is saying, "Oh, that's great and stuff." Pretty much explaining and all that. This is where you could say Inko says she's gonna go out to pretty much take out the trash, and Deku says, "Okay, this is where the demon comes in, and we're gonna say this is a unique demon. We're gonna say it's the angel Beowulf, that the demon with that Beowulf fish. You could say from Dead Man Card 3. Now he comes in and about to crush Inko to pretty much kill Deku, and Deku comes in and pretty much shoots him in the face, and he's holding his face saying, "Oh," and he says, "I smell smarter blood," which Deku says, "I guess it's me then," getting all cocky saying, "But what a doggy here? What is a doggy doing here? Looking for looking for looking for a toy? Come over here, doggy." Which the demon, you could say demon wolf, pretty much says, you damn cocky bastard! I make you regret that." Which you could say, well, fight begin. Now he's pretty much running at Deku, and Deku pretty much jumps over him, pretty much kicking him in the face, kicking him down to the ground, and pulls out his revolver and shoots at the werewolf demon. And he pretty much blows like half of the werewolf, blows both of the kneecaps of werewolf, which werewolf knees down. And Deku pretty much pulls out the Yamato and does his slashes, and pretty much slashes the werewolf front arms. And he's pretty much down on the ground saying, "Oh, damn it." This is where Deku says, "This is it." And he pretty much uh, charges forward and does a single slash. And he pulls out the other sword, the Rebellion, and throws it at the, pretty much, you guess it, werewolf monster, and pretty much kills it. Now, Deku pretty much sees the soul, and the soul pretty much goes into him. And you gets it, the werewolf fist, or you could say the werewolf power, which he could do, fast speed, do yo-yo kicks, or do, you could say combos if you played Devil May Cry 3. Now, Deku is testing him out saying, "Wow, these are true power right here," which Inko is pretty much taking him saying that, "How can I ever repay you?" And Deku pretty much says, "Well, can I live with you in this household?" Which Inko smiles and says, "Of course you can." Now, this is part 1 of What If Deku was pretty much Nero, or had Nero's Devil Trigger. Part 1. Now, if you like it, 30 likes, I'll do another video with another video. 20 likes if you want some type of, of this video later on or other time. Now, like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal, guys. I don't have to explain it. I'm not gonna be like those YouTubers and say, like, subscribe, comment. You know what to do, guys. I have faith in you. Now, I'm Keisha and Chia. Thanks for watching, and time for me to do the last video. Peace out.